SQL queries class. Uh, so what is basically the objective and outcome behind my today's lecture? The objective is you would be able to operate queries in SQL, and outcome will be we will be able to fetch data from database with the help of those queries that could be applied to the database. Now it is an overview about SQL. Like, it is a programming language as we all know, and it is the language for relational database management system. It is basically designed for relational algebra, where we can perform various queries that are based on tuple relational calculus and domain relational calculus. So it is consists of basically two languages, that is definition language and manipulation language. So definition language is concerned with schema, and manipulation language is concerned with the updations like addition, deletion, and manipulation, or I can say updation. So add new records, delete update existing records, and update the records that are already existing. So there are certain operations that are associated with manipulation here. So we are going to deal with the same with the help of all the queries. So you can have a look at the queries that we have already discussed. Like we have used operators like comparison operators, less than, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to. So here it is the example of greater than that is being written here. In addition, we have discussed about AND operator, not operator, or operator. Now we have done various queries on the behalf of the same by discussing its syntax. Then we are representing the queries. Next, we have done sorting, that is based on ascending order or descending order with the help of ASC keyword and DESC keyword. Next, we have discussed delete. So what is the role of delete command in SQL? That is to delete the existing reports, how we can delete the existing reports, and what is the practical example of the same. So this is all we have already discussed. In addition, we discussed select top clause. There are certain clauses that we have discussed. So this is the syntax for the same, and this is the operation after going through the query. So here top 3 start from customer, top 3 will be selected, that is top 3 reports will be selected. So next is 50%, like 50% employees will be presented out of the 90 reports or 92 reports. So this was the case with the same. In addition, we have discussed various mathematical functions like minimum value that could be returned, maximum value that could be returned, and these are the queries, that is we are dealing with smallest price and largest price here. So this is the pictorial representation of the largest price. Next, we have discussed number of records that are present in certain database, average value, sum value, and we are supposed to perform some queries on the same. Next, we dealt with sum, that is we are supposed to perform sum operations. Next, wildcard characters, various symbols that have been used for the representation, like star symbol could be used for 0 character or more character. Question mark could be used for single character. Brackets could be used for single character within the brackets. Exclamation mark, it could represent any character that are not in the brackets. Next, hyphen, it could define the range of characters. Next, hash, it could represent any numeric value or numeric character. Next, additionally, percent sign that represents 0 or more characters. Hyphen, or I can say underscore, it represents single character. Next, square bracket, that is representing any single character within the brackets. Next, shift operator that represent any character that are not in the brackets, and hyphen again for the range of characters. Like operator we have used where there are certain representations for the same. Like if the symbol is like this, a percentage, mean to say we are supposed to return values that are starting with the a letter. If percentage a is, mean to say we are supposed to return values that are ending in a. Now this, like we are supposed to return values which are having or in between in any position. It could be at the beginning, it could be at the ending, it could be in between. Next is underscore r, that is to find the value that have r in the second position. Next, a double underscore, mean to say we are supposed to start when find any values that start with a and they are having 3 characters in that particular word. Next is where contact name like a percentage o, mean to say we are supposed to find a pattern that is starting with the a word and ending in the o word. So this is the pattern matching scheme here. So that we have discussed. So these are the various queries that we have operated on the wildcard. That is select star from customers where city like that is A up to C. That is the range that is defined here. A up to C is there. So A, B, C that could be presented here. In addition, we have discussed column name. Like now today we are going to discuss about inside column. Now in inside column what we have to do is we are supposed to, it is a kind of OR operator I can say. In operator allows you to specify multiple values in a where clause. That is, the in operator is a shorthand for multiple OR conditions. So syntax could be that is given here. That is select column name from table name where column name inside value number 1, value number 2, or it is having the syntax column name from table name where column name inside the select statement. So here it is the interpretation for the same. That is select star from customer where country in is Germany, France and UK. We are supposed to represent the values or we are supposed to represent the record in which the country attribute is having values. The country name is Germany, France and UK. We are supposed to discard rest of the records. So how we could do the same? You can have a look at the example. UK, Germany and France, that would be there. So have a look at all the records that are there, like 28 records are there in which there is a customer ID that is defined, customer name is defined, the contact name is defined, address is defined, city attribute is there, postal code is there and country is there. So we are supposed to have a look at the country attribute because we are dealing with the country attribute in condition. So we are supposed to represent the values that are having country name as UK, Germany and France. So these are 28 interpretations that could be shown here which are having country name as UK, Germany and France. So this is how we can proceed with the query, or I can say practical aspects of the query. So if you are having any query, you can ask me. So next is we are supposed to use between. Between as a name implies there could be a beginning value and there could be a ending value that could be defined, or I can say range that could be defined, and we are supposed to find the values in between. Like if it is 10 and 20, we are supposed to find the values between 10 to 20. If it is 20 and 30, we are supposed to find values between 20 and 30. So certain queries could be used for the same, or certain interpretations are possible for the same. So have a look at the syntax first. That is select column name from table name where column name between value 1 and value 2 could be there. So this is the interpretation for the same. So that is select star from product table is there. It could be having various I can say columns like product ID, product name, supplier ID, category ID, unit price. So these are all the attributes that are associated with the product table. So we are supposed to operate the query on the same, like select star from product where price is between 10 and 20. So we are fetching 29 records in which we are given product ID, product name is given, supplier ID is given, category ID is given, unit is given. But you can have a look at the price attribute mainly because we are dealing with the price condition here that could be in the range between 10 to 20. So every value that is existing here, it is in the range between 10 or 10 to 20, up to 20 it could be the case. So we are dealing with that value, or I can say the range of values that lie between 10 and 20. So this is the basic interpretation for the same. If you are having any queries, you can ask me. So next is alias. Alias as the name implies, we are supposed to deal with the like temporary name. So like a nickname. Nickname is not a temporary name. So the permanent name is like that is existing in your certificates. So same is the case here. Select column name as alias name from table name. So this could be the syntax for the same. It could be applied on columns, it could be applied on tables as well. If we are going to apply alias on column, then it is the syntax and it is the query. If we are going to apply the same on tables, then this is the syntax and we will do the query again. So next, this is the syntax, that is select column name as alias name from table name. So that is at the end there is a semicolon. So select customer ID as ID. Okay, select customer ID as ID. Customer name as customer. Customer name as customer. From table customer. From table customer. So like let's say there is a customer table which is having various attributes like customer ID, customer name, customer price, like customer address, customer name, contact number. In addition, there could be certain attributes that could be associated with customer, but we are supposed to deal with the condition here. Like we are supposed to have a look at the customer ID as ID and customer name as customer from table customer. So here there is the representation for the same after operating the same query. Number of records are 93. ID data that is having the ID as the ID and customer name as the customer. So we will be representing with the 93 records here. So next, if we are going to operate that same on the table, now we are dealing with column here. If we are supposed to operate on the table, then this could be the syntax. That is select column name from table name as alias name. Like now we are giving the alias name for the temporary name for the table. We are giving the temporary name for the table here. So table in reference with aliases syntax is select order.id, that is o.order id. Order could be the table o.order id, o.order date, p.customer name from customer as C and order as O. So customer table is representing as C and order table is representing as O. So that is why we are dealing with shorthand here, that is O and C. Where customer name, that is C dot customer name, is equal to around the home and customer ID is equal to order dot customer ID. Means to say customer table, whatever the customer ID is presented in the customer table, that could be matching with the order customer ID in the order table. So that could be the case. Now what would be the interpretation for the same? We are supposed to have a look at the same. Just wait, I am showing you the result. So two reports will be there. This is the customer ID that is matching with the customer ID in the customer table. Order date. We are supposed to select order ID, order date, and customer name. And we are supposed to specify the condition with this one. Customer name could be around the home, and customer ID could be the customer ID that is equal to the table in the order. So that is why we are representing the ID here. That is why, because whenever we are going to relate two tables, one column will remain the common column from which we can show the like relationship between two tables. Like if I am dealing with customer table and order table, now there is the ID from which I can relate two tables. So same is the case here. I am relating a table with the help of the IDs that are present in both the tables. That is customer ID and order ID that could be having the same value. So that is why I can relate two tables here. So it is easy for me to find the result of the query that is being asked here. So if you are having any query, you can ask me any question. Next is we are supposed to represent join. So join, as the name implies, like we are supposed to combine two tables into one. Join. Join could be of many types: left join, right join, left outer join, right outer join, inner join. So these are certain kinds of joins that are there. Join is used to combine rows from two tables or more tables based on the related column values between them. So there could be a, you can have a look at the table, that is order table, and you can have a look at the customer table. So I can show you an example. Let's look at the selection from the order table that could be related to order ID, customer ID, order date. Then look at the selection from the customer table, that is customer ID, customer name, contact name, country. There could be many attributes that could be related to the same. Now, what is the purpose of doing the same? Now you can notice that the customer ID column in the customer ID column in the orders table refer to the customer ID in the customer table. As I told you earlier, there could be a relationship between one attribute, at least one attribute in the, if I am supposed to combine two tables, then there is one common attribute from which I can relate two tables. So same is the case here, customer ID and order ID, that I can relate and I can put a join on the same in order to combine that table into one, or I can apply the join function here or join operation here. So the relationship between the two tables above is the customer ID column. So we can create the SQL statement that contain inner join that selects records that have matching values in both the tables. So you can have a look at the query. Select order.order ID, comma, customer.customer name, order.order date from orders. Now I am talking about order table, and inner join could be applied and it could be joined with the table that is customer on order.customer ID is equal to customer.customer ID. Now this is the condition that is given here. Now how we will proceed with this query, you can have a look at the interpretation. There could be 196 reports that could be there, that is order ID, customer name and order date could be presented to us. Because this is very layman example of the inner join. This is related to ID. Order dot customer ID is equal to, now this is the condition. So both IDs are same. Where both IDs are getting matched, that representation is given here with the help of customer name and order date. Okay, so this is very basic query. Now there are different types of SQL joins. What are the various types of SQL joins? Inner join could be there, left outer join could be there, right outer join could be there, or full outer join could be there. Now if I am talking about the inner join mean to say like the common values, like we have already done with the same. practical aspects of the thing. Like inner mean to say, like if there are two tables, what is common between them that could be displayed. If I am talking about left join mean to say return all the reports from the left table and the match reports from the right table. Like it is representing the left table, but whatever the matching records are there or matching attributes are there in the right hand side, that could also be enclosed in that table. Same is the case with right, but that is dealing with the right hand side. Right table will be represented fully, but if there are certain matching attributes that are there in the left hand side table, then that could also be covered. Now full outer join, that is we are applying on both the tables completely. So it will return all the records when there is a match in either left side or right side. So inner join we have already done. Next is left join. So left join will return all the tables that are in the left, plus if there are any matching records on the right hand side, then it will also return those. So let's have a look at the syntax first. Now select column name from table number 1, left join table 2 on table 1 dot column name is equal to table 2 dot column name. So this is very simple query that you can easily perform. Select customer name order ID from customer, left join order on customer ID is equal to order.customer ID. Order by clause is there, that is customer name. Now we have provided here sorting, that is order by clause is used, customer name. So this condition is used, or I can say order by clause is being used. So what would be the interpretation for this query? Just have a look at the same. Now there will be 215 reports that would be there. Because we are dealing with customer name and order ID. Customer ID, customer ID. But we are supposed to order by customer name. So all the names are represented in the sorted order. So this is the interpretation for the same. This is very simple query. Next we are going to apply right join. So as the name implies, right join means to see opposite of left. We are dealing with right table, but if there are certain things that are common or that could be matched in the left hand side, then we can represent the same as well. So the syntax is same, but only the thing is, the difference is we are supposed to use right here. Select column name from table number 1, right join table 2 on table number 1 dot column name is equal to table 2 dot column name. So we are supposed to deal with the query as well. Select order ID, employee.last name, employee.first name from orders. Right join employee on order.employee ID, which is equal to employee.employee ID. Order by Initially it was order by name, now it is order by order ID. So see the difference. So there could be 197 reports that would be there. I'm showing it in the next slide. Have a look at the interpretation of the query. That is very simple. Now we are dealing with order ID here. Initially we were dealing with, now see here, order by 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So this is the sorting order that is being presented here. Like you can have a look at the very first. Now we are performing sorting here by order by close. Order by close is used for sorting, either to arrange the things in this ascending order or to arrange the things in the descending order. Next is full join, that is applied on two tables, that is both the tables. Full outer join keyword return all the reports when there is a match in left table or right table reports. Full outer join and full join, both are same, both are having same syntax. There is not a single difference between the two. Have a look at the syntax. Column name from table name, full outer join with table 2 on table number 1 dot column name is equal to table 2 dot column name, where particular condition is this. So we are supposed to deal with this query. Now, as you know, we are dealing with full outer join. So our data sets will be very large. Data sets will be very large because we are operating on two tables. This is the syntax. Let me write it here. This is the syntax. Outer join, and this is the query for the syntax. Now have a look at the interpretation, that is select customer dot customer name, comma, order dot order ID from customer. Now I am going to apply full outer join on what? Orders. Okay. On customer dot customer ID, which is equal to order dot customer ID, but it could be order by customer name. So many records or so many entries will be fetched. So how it could be fetched? A selection from the result set may look like this. Customer name, order ID. There could be certain null values that could be there. Okay, so this could be my result. So if you are having any query right now, you can ask me any question. Next is we are dealing with self join. So self join, as the name implies, it is the regular join, but the table is joined with itself. So what could be the syntax for the same? It is very simple. This is the syntax for self-join. Okay. Now we are going to operate the same, that is self-join. Like select column name from table number T1, table number T2, where certain condition is D. That. So T1 and T2 are different tables. Alias is for the same table. That is temporary name. So for example, so this could be the query. Select A dot customer name as customer name 1, comma B dot customer B as customer name. Now we are using the temporary names as well. We are applying the temporary names. A dot city from customer A, customer B here. Now condition, look at the condition. A customer ID is equal to B customer ID and A city is equal to B city. Order by A city. Now we are supposed to look at the order of the city. So what would be our interpretation for the query? There could be 94 reports that could be fetched for the same. So you can have a look at the result. It is very simple. Now we are looking at the practical aspect of the now the number of records 91. Now I can enlarge it. Customer name 1, customer name 2, city. So it is ordered by city. B, then C, D, E, whatever there is might be the condition that is satisfying, but the city could be representing in particular order. So next is union operator. As the name implies, we have used a lot of references of union operator in lot of subjects like LFT subject, discrete mathematics subject. In addition, you might have discussed about the subject like DBMS itself, now third subject. In addition, you might have encountered the same word union in your math subject that you might have done in first, second semester. And in every programming language, I think you might encounter the keyword union. So what is basically the union operator? It is the operator that is used to combine the result set of two or more select statements. So there are certain points that could be associated with the union operator. That could be every select statement within the union must have the same number of columns. Column must also have similar data types. The column in every select statement must also be in same order. So there could be a syntax for the union. So have a look at the same. Just wait, I can show you. This is the syntax. Select column name from table number 1, union select column number name from table number 2. Now union all syntax, that is union operator selects only distinct values by default. To allow duplicate values, union all. So what would be the syntax for the same? That is union all default values could be taken. Now we are supposed to operate the same. Select city from customers, union select city from supplier, order by city. So we are supposed to run this command. That is, number of reports could be 25. So we are supposed to operate that on city. That is, select city from supplier but order by city. Now we are looking at all union. So what would be the case? That is, order by city. All result will be, all cities will be displayed. Select city from customer. Union all, select city from suppliers, order by city. Next is SQL union with where. Now we are supposed to use where condition here. That is, select city, comma, country from customers, where country is equal to Germany. Now I am using where clause here. Union, I am supposed to combine select city, comma, country from suppliers, where country is equal to Germany and it could be ordered by city. So this could be my interpretation for the same. So what would be the result? Let me show you the same. There could be 13 results for the same. Now this could be my result. Now it is very easy to determine that we are applying that on city where country is equal to Germany. Now look at the condition. So it is very easy for us to filter the record. Now only 13 records are getting filtered. If you are having any query right now, you can ask me. Now we are using SQL union with all with where. SQL union all with where. Next, we are supposed to deal with group by statement. So what is meant by group by statement? The group by statement groups rows that have the same values into summary rows, like find the number of customers in each country. The group by statement is often used with aggregate functions like count, max, min, sum, average to group the result set by one or more columns. So there is a syntax that could be there for the same. That is, select column name from table name, where condition, group by column name, order by column name. Now what is the interpretation for the same? That is, select count, customer ID, comma, country from customers, group by country. Now we are performing grouping on the behalf of the country. So what would be the interpretation for the same? Just have a look at the same. So total 21 records could be there because we are counting the customer ID. Count is there on the customer ID, comma, country from customers group by country, but we are supposed to group it by country. So have a look at the records. Only filtered records could be fetched. That is, number of records are 21, in which we can count customer ID, that is 3, the customer which is having the ID 322932. So these are the customer IDs. Against country, that could be this. Now you can use descending keyword here as well. What would be the representation for the same? You can use descending keyword. Select count customer ID, comma country from customer, group by country, order by count customer IDs in the descending order. So that is why descending keyword is used. Now run the same and you will see the result. Now here you can see number of records 21. Count is in the descending order. First highest order, then decreasing value, then again decreasing value. So this is the main condition. So this is all about your SQL queries that we have discussed so far. So if you are having any query, you can ask me, because we will proceed with the remaining queries in the next class. For example, having exist, any, all, select into, insert into, select case, null functions. So these will be all the queries that we are dealing in the next class. So if you are having any query right now, you can ask me any question. I'm giving you a time of 1 minute. Just have a look at all the slides that have been discussed so far. Or I can say, look at all the queries that have been discussed. Basically, we started from in operator, in between, aliases, join, then types of joins, self join basically, then union operator. Okay, so this is all about today's class. Now you can have a look at the references for this class. This is the reference link that is given for you, and next is database book by code that is available in the college library, that is issued from the library, and have a look at the same. If you are having any query, you can ask me. Again, there is a MCQ that is for today's class. 10 MCQs are there. You are supposed to select any one answer against 4 options that are given to you against any one question. So 10 questions have been given for your reference, and you are supposed to answer all the questions, and you are supposed to submit me the answer at the end of the class. So have a look at all the questions. So these are the questions, and this is the 10th question. So this is all about my today's class. If you are having any doubt, you can ask me. So that's all about my today's class. Thank you. Have a nice day.